Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask, Heidi. Today is Friday, September the 30th. Today is National Chewing Gum Day.
Okay.
Heidi will not be celebrating.
I will not.
Why not, Heidi?
Because of the Hubba Bubba incident of 85,
Yeah,
John.
that's why. She choked on some gum, and now
was
not
awful.
a big fan of gum. So
It was
little tiny
awful.
itty bitty pieces of gum, yes. National Hot Mulled Cider Day today, and Heidi will not be celebrating. Why is that, Heidi?
I actually like
Oh, do
I
you?
like that. I do.
It is
It's not
National.
a traumatic incident for everything that you consume.
It is National Love People Day, and Heidi will not be celebrating.
You're
doesn't-
probably right.
She doesn't really like people, which is kind of funny. National Mud Pack Day today. Heidi will find a way to celebrate that. And it is Orange Shirt Day today. All of those things. And this Friday, it could have been a Movie Star Monday because, again, I've got an amazing guest joining me, Pej Vahdat from Shameless, Bones, Empire, Arrow. He's got a new project that he's in right now. It's called The Old Man for FX and Hulu. And then he was also the third season now with Kevin Bacon and Showtime City on a Hill. And a third series he just started with Dynasty on the CW. So he's a busy dude. We'll chat with him all about that stuff coming up.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. If you drink coffee, then you'll identify with this. 3 in 4 coffee drinkers say they would not be able to go a single day without their mug of joe, according to a poll of 2,000 coffee drinkers. Other findings in the one poll survey: we average 2 cups a day, each taking about 21 minutes to finish. We refuse to pay more than $3 for a regular-sized coffee. And what do we like to enjoy with our coffee? Chocolate is the most popular thing to pair with coffee. 43% say that.
Pastries.
Followed by breads, 34%. Cheese, 31%. Cheese? Does that seem weird to have
cheese
coffee
and coffee. That does seem weird.
Fruit, 26%. And maybe most telling is how important coffee is to people who know when it... what is this? Oh, when it comes to what parts of our usual routine we would give up and relax. It says 1/3, 34% said they'd give up checking email before they would give up their coffee. Another, watching news came in second. 32% would quit watching news as long as they get to keep their coffee. They would quit exercising. That's what I've done to keep their coffee. Morning meditation, hair grooming and styling, and even brushing their teeth to keep their coffee are all the top
Ew.
5. Yeah. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know it would appear that men are much more superstitious than women?
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. Not superstitious. All right. Especially when it comes to money, by the way. It says a study from somewhere in the Netherlands found men, even those who claim to be non-believers, are much more likely to take financial risks or gamble after receiving some sort of positive reading from a fortune teller.
Okay.
So if they talk to a fortune teller and like, you will hit a great sum of money soon, they're like, yeah, I'm going to buy a lottery ticket. So I just think, doesn't that seem like a weird thing?
It does. A little bit.
But, you know.
But I mean, you know what? I mean, if somebody's going to give you a hint and there's even a slight possibility, why wouldn't you? It's a buck.
You gotta do it. What am I saying? Of course. I'm going to leave right now. I got to go grab. No, I'm just kidding. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Kelly Clarkson has officially been honored with a Hollywood star. The first American Idol winner, celebrated recently with her friends and colleagues Looks like the Walk of Fame ceremony had several Idol judges reunited as well. So 20 years ago is when she was crowned the first winner of American Idol. Doesn't that seem like a long time ago?
It does.
20 years ago. You ever wonder why Kevin Smith's film Dogma is not streaming anywhere? The director has an answer for you. The answer is Harvey Weinstein. He noted in a recent interview that the rights to the religious satire from 1999, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, other people are being held hostage by Harvey Weinstein.
Really?
So if you have no other reasons to dislike Harvey Weinstein, I mean, there's many reasons to dislike him. You can add that to the list now as well. And Christmas has come early for Hallmark Media. Soap star Allison Sweeney has agreed to a multi-picture deal with the channel, part of the Magical Christmas Village. So
she was Samantha Brady
I know.
on
I had
Days
her.
of Our Lives.
I had her on the program. Super nice lady. That is Big Screen, Little Screen. Brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Pumpkin spice season is here, Heidi. If you're one of those people who want a little pumpkin spice and everything, from your Oreos to your pumpkin spice, here's some good news. Spices that are mixed together to create pumpkin spice have their own health benefits. So there is some good news to this. Pumpkin spice is pretty good for you. The flavor is generally made up from cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, cloves, and allspice. Cinnamon is thought to help control blood sugar levels.
Really?
Yeah. Nutmeg has been used to treat many afflictions, including cancer and kidney disease. But more research is needed, they're saying. Ginger seems to be an effective treatment for nausea and morning sickness. Cloves are used to treat toothaches, and allspice is good for things like intestinal gas, diarrhea, flu, and colds. Let's not forget pumpkin. While there isn't actually an ingredient in the pumpkin spice, all pumpkin spice products, if you're used together, you're in luck because they cure everything, I think.
Really?
I made that part
It cures
up.
everything.
Everything. No, I made that part up. Pumpkin is high in vitamin A, which is good for your eyes and your skin, and it's good for fighting infections as well. So that is the only story that I had prepared because I thought it was going to take a lot longer to read it. But I do have this other one. It's not prepared, but it is right here. Turns out what Granny told you as a kid, you shouldn't shower during a thunderstorm, she was right. It says,
Really?
where there's thunder, there's lightning, and lightning can kill or maim in ways you'd least expect, according to the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention.
If you're in your house?
Yeah, they say it can travel through the plumbing and the water because that's
I had
all
no idea.
conductors of electricity. They say it is best to avoid all water during a thunderstorm, including showering, bathing, washing dishes, and washing hands.
Did
They
you know this?
I did. We talked about this a month ago, and you were saying that it was a bunch of foolishness.
I don't believe
In the notes,
this.
they say the risk of lightning traveling through plumbing is probably less now with plastic pipes. Back in the day, it was copper everywhere, but nowadays they have like PEX and whatnot. So if you would like to read this entire story, I have now added it to the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. Wednesday, we talked with Jill Hennessy from City on a Hill. Today, we have Pej Vahdat. He's also on that program with Kevin Bacon. It's on Showtime, and we've got Mr. Pej Vahdat on the line now. Pej, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic. Hey, before we get to that, I gotta point out something. I think this is really fun for people who maybe noticed in a commercial for Farmers Insurance. You're the guy who had the concrete dumped all over his convertible. That was.
Oh my God!
Now you're
That's
the guy
so
in
funny
the.
You bring that up.
You're the guy in the commercial, but that happened in real life to somebody, didn't it?
Yeah, all those farmers commercials are based off real life instances, and I am the cement truck guy.
Yeah,
Right.
and he parks his fancy car right by a job site, and he walks away, and all
That's
of
right.
this concrete gets dumped all over his car. And you did a good job
Yeah.
because the way you responded
thank
is the way I think that was the appropriate response.
Oh, good. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was fun. We actually did that. Watched 2 cars get destroyed. It was
Oh, my
pretty
goodness.
wild to see.
Very, very
Yeah.
cool. Now, let's talk about, again, that was fun, but let's talk about City on a Hill. It's back on Showtime, and it's you and Kevin Bacon and many others. Let's talk about your character on this program. Are you anything at all like the character?
You know, I think I'm ambitious as he is, but I wouldn't go about getting what I want in the way that he's willing to do it. Let's put it that way.
He's kind of the bad guy once in a while, isn't he?
Yeah, you know, Kevin Bacon's character, Jackie Rohr, is an influence. So, you know, one of the lines in the show, Jackie says, "Where'd you learn to do that?" And I go, "When in Rome." You know, so
You've had the opportunity in several films and TV shows to be the bad guy, but you've also got to be the good guy. Is it more fun to be the good guy or the bad guy?
you know, the bad guy's pretty fun, I have to say, because I live my life pretty clean, and I hope I'm a good guy. And so when you get to do the opposite and make believe, it's kind of fun.
And you've been on a bunch of great things like The Old Man and Dynasty on the CW, the reboot on that, Shameless, so many fun projects. And now City on a Hill on Showtime. And several of these things are household names. And does that just kind of feel like you got to just pinch yourself and say, do I really get the opportunity to do all of these things?
You said it. I do it all the time. I mean, just you talking about it, when you brought up Farmers commercial, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's been a while since I did that. But you just go, wow, I get to work with Kevin Bacon every day, or Jeff Bridges, or Elaine Hendricks. It's wild. I mean, my career has been one big blessing, and I do pinch myself quite often. So, yeah.
Where are you from originally? Are you originally from the United States?
Well, no, I was born in Iran, and I want to obviously send out all my love and support for what's happening over there right now. It's wild. But I was born in Iran, and we left Iran during the revolution. I was 3 months old. So, yeah, I grew up in the Bay Area from San Jose, California, near San Francisco. So
Very cool.
I spent my whole life there.
And
Yeah.
when you were a little boy, did you say, I want to be in movies? Or what did it look like to go from, leaving Iran, coming to the United States, and now here you are in movies and TV shows and all over the world?
That's crazy. Unbelievable. No, I was an athlete. I played baseball and tennis. I played Division I tennis at San Diego State, and then I turned pro when I was 19, but my heart wasn't in it. My whole goal in life was to retire my parents, and I thought tennis would be the fastest way, but it turned out acting was. I wanted to be an actor, but I just never saw anyone on TV or film that looked like me, other than terrorists, and I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
I started taking theater, and I quit tennis immediately, and I never looked back, and I got to retire my parents doing what I loved. So it worked out.
I think that's fantastic. Now, again, we talked a little bit about Showtime's City on a Hill. Let's talk about The Old Man on FX and Hulu, because you got a major role in that as well.
Yeah. That's it's Jeff Bridges, John Lithgow, Joel Gray, Amy Brenneman, Bill Heck. It's incredible. That you want to talk about pinching yourself? Get on that set. It's pretty crazy. It's a show about Jeff Bridges plays an old CIA operative who the CIA essentially is coming back to get him for some things he did in his past, and he's running away from them. I'm in his past. I play a freedom fighter in Afghanistan that he befriended in the 80s, and there's a lot of flashback scenes. So I play with young Jeff Bridges, who's played by Bill Heck, and it's just one of those terrific thriller shows that it'll leave you on the edge of your seat every episode. It's pretty awesome.
I love it. Very nice. I'm going to throw a link to that and to City on a Hill and all of the information in the show notes. And thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Again, we've got City on a Hill from Showtime, and also The Old Man, FX, and Hulu. I'll throw a link to that in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The U.S. National Hot Dog and Sausage Council ruled that hot dogs are not sandwiches. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
They had to decide, is a hot dog a sandwich? And they're like,
They've actually had this
no.
argument way too long.
Yeah. And you know what? Here's the crazy thing. I remember finding out that a burrito is not a sandwich either. That was a discussion that somebody had to have. It was part of a lease agreement for a place that they were letting a burrito shop in, but somebody else had a lease that said no other sandwich companies could be here.
Okay.
So, yeah, that had to be defined legally. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The more features your phone has, the more time you spend in the bathroom.
Okay.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
UPS, United Parcel Service, was started by two teenagers with a bicycle and $100 they borrowed from a friend.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, that's really cool. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Cats lose almost as much fluid through grooming as they do through urination. So
That's
it's
super.
a little bit disgusting right there. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Heidi, here's your question. In a survey, 29% of people said this is their favorite thing about the fall. What is it? 29% of people say this is their favorite thing about fall. It's kind of a fuddy-duddy.
29%.
It's a fuddy-duddy, boring thing, too. You're going to like
I don't
it.
know.
But
Leaves.
no, lower electric bill. I mean, that's a good
I
thing.
kind of love that.
I was going to say, I
Yeah.
figured you'd like it.
I kinda love
It's like,
that.
oh, hey, air conditioner's off, heater's not
Yeah.
quite on. Got all the windows open, freezing John to death. Yeah, that's good. All right. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. A grieving woman is spending $4,000. I almost said $40,000, but $4,000 traveling over 7,000 miles so her beloved hamster's ashes can be spread in Hawaii. Spud passed away in March at the impressive age of 3 years, 7 months. Owner Lisa Marie Lang of Birmingham, United Kingdom, wanted to give this little hamster a special send-off. Why Hawaii? She said the hamster throughout his life often created lifelike locations for him to visit. She would create little scenes, and this particular hamster really liked the cardboard version of London, Paris, and
Bizarre.
the Spud's favorite version of the model to visit was Hawaii.
Oh.
Yeah, while he was alive, he would spend a lot of time on the beach. She said, I would play Beyonce's I Was Here and scatter his ashes and leave a message saying, Spud visited. She thinks that's the perfect send-off. And then when she's done, she's going to take a holiday and go to Amsterdam, or Hamsterdam, as she calls it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You see why this is listed as weird news, right?
Yes, I do.
I just wanted to make sure. Weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Much better list today, Heidi. It's not a
Okay.
negative. Heidi didn't like the list the last 2 days.
No.
'Cause it was kind of negative. But today's list, it's a group of Wise-Its. These are fun. I have a friend that sends these to me. Wise-It tugboats usually push the barges and not tug them. Huh? Never thought of that, did you? Wise-It the least experienced fisherman always catches the biggest fish?
Because they're the biggest liars.
No, I think they call it first timer's luck or something. Why is it there always one or two ice cubes that just won't pop out of the ice tray? That
Right.
is true. Why is it palindrome is not spelled the same way backwards?
It should be.
It should really be, because a palindrome is a word spelled the same way both ways,
Yep.
but the word is not. And our final why is it on the list here? Why is it the bus is always late unless you are? Yeah, if you get there early, the bus is late. If you get there late, the bus is
Yep.
early. I don't know, just the way it works, man. That is the list. It's brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. I promised yesterday that I would have a better quote today.
Yes, you
I
did.
searched high and low and I found this from Lawrence J. Peter. Lawrence says, originality is the fine art of remembering what you hear, but forgetting where you heard it. That happens to me all the time. I'm like, okay, somebody said, okay, what was it again? And you know, I usually remember the quote, but I don't remember who said it. So there you go.
Yes.
Quote of the day comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. In the show notes, I have a ton of stuff today because this was sent to me. I just copied the entire email and I posted the whole thing here. But this is the story. Crossville High School had their annual homecoming football game Friday, and it turned out to be anything other than ordinary. Senior Juliet Francisco Ramos was crowned homecoming queen during halftime. With the utmost humility, kindness, and selflessness, she relinquished the crown to a fellow classmate, the first alternate, Lillian Parumba Roque. Roque, who is diagnosed with cerebral palsy and spends most of her time in a wheelchair, always smiles and is one of the most inspiring students in the school. There's a video of this happening. It was posted online from the principal, and I've got a link to the video, and I've got a link to the principal's post. And then this young lady who handed over her crown was interviewed on a TV station show called TV's Good Day Extra. And I've got a link to that as well. But all of this was sent a listener who had seen this and said, you have been looking for good news. I can't imagine finding anything much better than this. So thank you for the email. Like I said, I put links to all of this stuff because I thought it was cool. And if I was watching it going, oh, that's neat, I thought other people might maybe
pretty
be
great.
interested. Again, links to all this in the show notes. It says, when I received my crown, I immediately knew I had to present it to Lillian. She said that Lillian is such a light to everyone she comes in contact with, and she deserves this more than anyone.
Aww.
Isn't that great?
So sweet.
I get choked up just reading that. I think that is wonderful, and I bet this young lady's mom and dad have to be super duper proud of her. The principal sure is. Mr. Peppers, that is the principal, says, I am so proud of these students. They exemplify outstanding character, generosity, and kindness. And this young lady, Juliet, is always thinking of others, and Lillian is a bright spot in our lives every day through the smile on her face. We are so blessed to have these type of students in our school.
Aww.
Isn't that just great? I've got
really
a link,
is.
all of the stuff in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.